Shaedon Sharpe is one of the most interesting lottery prospects in recent history. He had a meteoric rise from relatively unknown to #1 player starting in the 2019 FIBA Americas, playing for Team Canada and landing him in prep schools like Sunrise and Dream City Christian in the US, where he continued to develop and grow his profile. He joined Kentucky as semester this year but never actually played a game, leaving a lot of questions and unknowns. But as a natural scorer and elite vertical athlete, Shaedon has still earned consideration in the highest parts of the draft. Now getting into his game, he's a ridiculous athlete with prototypical size and length as a 2 guard and boasts a self-reported 49-inch vertical. His ability to explode off both 1 and 2 feet is ridiculous, and he just does it effortlessly. He's creative with windmills and E-spades, will put it on the defender's head at any moment, and is always a live threat in transition and off cuts.
Both teams still feeling each other. Shaedon Sharpe. Nice move.
Sharpe crosses over. Sharpe. Oh my God.
Oh! Johnson, a great point guard matchup.
Get off my lawn, guy. Steal. Look out now. Oh!
Oh, Shay Sharpe. Excuse me.
Shaedon. Oh,
Excuse me, miss.
For a great weekend. The basketball fan is going to be happy.
Lob.
Hey. Try miss by Wright. Here's Trey Orr. The ball. And a slam.
He's a smooth and creative finisher who uses that great hang time, body control, and touch to finish at the basket. He does a great job of showing high and clutching using reverses, the inside hand, and finishing at weird angles. The NBA is obviously a different animal, especially in this aspect, but what he's shown give him a very positive outlook to convert when he's at the bucket.
Wheel.
Shaedon Sharpe goes to his left. Attacks.
Oh.
Now on to the perimeter shot creation. His balance and footwork here and just as a shooter in general are excellent and a big reason of why he's able to do what he can. He loves the pullback and the dead or pound dribble to get looks using his size and deceleration, and he often got to that sidestep and step back going right, which is pretty unique for a righty to already do it with this much regularity. The footwork balance and strength there specifically are nothing short of special. There are several things he can improve on here, but the potential is pretty obvious.
Minute to go here in the first half. Sharpe, step back 3.
Sharpe drives, pull up, got it. That type of spring, he can't get those shots off. Now Sharpe, wide open look, top of the key, 3.
The ESPN 100 has the basketball right now. Trying to hit his first 3.
Sharpe thinks about the 3. Crossover, step back 3.
Shay Sharpe.
Sharpe.
Not sure if that's possible. Maybe you could just schedule it. Shaedon Sharpe rising.
Make another play.
Nope.
Sharp pull-up jumper.
I like his projection as a three-point shooter. He's been somewhat inconsistent in the past and he'll have an adjustment to make at the NBA level, but I buy him as a catch and shoot guy and even some off of movement given what we've already described. In the hierarchy of the class, I'd be comfortable putting him just a notch below the top guys, and I think we see him continue to grow here over time.
There
Sharp,
you go.
deep
Look.
NBA range three,
Now.
got it.
Attacking the whole game, 15-footer. Shea Sharp. 1, 2. You ain't like that, Shea Sharp. Shea!
Now this is far from a strength at the moment, but I like some of the flashes he showed as a passer. He hasn't really had the opportunity to do a ton of this to this point, but the moments and growth here, especially in the pick and roll and some of the quick decision making, was impressive.
Sharp weaving his way through the
Sharp up ahead, touchdown to Kagbara, lays it in.
Dream City, still pressing. Great job.
He threw him a grenade. Please don't throw it up. He threw it up.
Now to the improvement areas. They're separate pieces to focus on, but of the same pie or bigger picture. Starting off with one of his more important areas for improvement, and that is his first step and ability to consistently get all the way to the basket off his own creation. For a guy who's so vertically explosive, there's reason to believe in the growth potential, and I'm sure NBA strength and conditioning programs will address this, putting him in contrast or force resistance positions, doing plyometrics. It's all in an attempt to hopefully get him more blow-bys, rim pressure, and make him much harder to guard. Tightening his handle and adding to his bag is related and also high on his to-do list. With his length and physical tools, I think he can focus on really getting outside of people's body with those hang dribbles and push-outs and get more comfortable handling it a bit further from his own body and better selling some of these moves. Having as much of a command of the ball as possible, not only in ISO or scoring situations, but for comfort as a secondary ball handler, someone who can run pick and rolls with regularity and at the very least better handle some NBA pressure.
By USDA. Really brought the fight. That guy's doggone.
And in the last piece of this area, he does have that tendency to lean on what he can do from the perimeter, both because of some of what we already laid out, and also just kind of a mentality or inclination to take some of these. As for the shot selection, it's extremely context dependent, especially at the high school level. I'm not too concerned with it. I think a lot of that takes care of itself as the team lets him know what they want to see from him, but some of the settling and the reasons why are all worth noting. Defensively, he's definitely a work in progress. He was mostly unengaged both on and off the ball and really didn't even try a lot of times in the EYBL, and his foot speed left a bit more to be desired against some of those high-end guards. It's difficult to project what exactly he'll be at the next level just based on these situations, but he does have the tools to at least be solid. Plays like these wild help side blocks, contests, and plays in passing lanes were great to see, and he had a few moments where he turned it up on ball as well. I would expect him to struggle early on, as pretty much all young players do, but down the line, even as bad as he was a lot of the time, I think he can be passable.
Shooting that 15-footer like they
Three to put Dream City up a dozen.
That's what's called making space.
On the other end, great pass.
Quick passes, get it to the middle, get it to the opposite side against pressure.
Right. Mikey Williams.
Here we go, Harvey. Kadoin. Nunn did make the second one. Harvey for three.
Turnover.
That's a travel.
On Vertical Academy's roster, Mikey Williams really hasn't gotten into a groove yet. Here he is.
Oh, Ricky. When you see Vertical Academy trying to pick up the pace by traveling.
The individual matchup has certainly lived up to the billing, and there's
I'm excited to see what Shaedon becomes, partially so we can get a reference point for a route as unconventional as this one has been. I think he has all-star potential right near some of those at the top of the draft, but there are those unknowns and things to work on, so the confidence you have in him actually reaching that level is a bit different than those other guys. I can see him going anywhere from 4 down into the 10, 11, 12 range, with Detroit, Indiana, and OKC being at the top of my list, and possibly Sacramento.
Very good finisher. He beats Bradley to the middle to his right hand. He takes on the bump of Garnett.
With the knee and came back 2 years later. With Washington for another screen, he does, and here comes JR at 4 on the shot clock, and he may turn it over.
Edwards, he can do that.
Get it going. Here's Edwards. Look out, ready for takeoff.
NBA Finals balls is Anthony Edwards. Oh, yeah.
Bracket there, the 2-3 bracket. Wow. Anthony Grant.
Great cut.
He's a rookie out of Arkansas. Step back jumper by Paul. Now Stoudemire defends, and Paul will take the three.
George thought about the 3 instead. The pull-up pump. He's got it. This is George on the steal.
With Shaedon Sharpe, you're definitely playing the long game and betting on his upside. His potential is pretty obvious, but he'll need to improve on some of those key areas to ultimately reach that high level outcome. Wherever he lands will hopefully give him a clear focus and put an emphasis on attacking early off of those closeouts, getting him in those pin downs while giving him doses of on-ball opportunities. There's more than enough there to take on that uncertainty in the right situation, but some patience will likely be necessary.
O'Shea gon' be the first, so I'll forever be the second. Who rep Lamar Park is something you ain't got a question. They like, damn, grown up, better than we expect.
You can sit up on my show.